Anna was the kind of woman people noticed before she even spoke. Beautiful, intelligent, and naturally commanding, she carried herself with a confidence carved from years of discipline. As one of the directors in her mother's company, Anna had become the chief cornerstone, the silent backbone that kept everything standing. She had taken the company from what it used to be to what it had become. Her degree in business administration, her time in business school, her sharpness and discipline, all of it shaped her into a no-nonsense woman. Staff respected her deeply. Some feared her, not because she was cruel, but because she was unpredictable in a calculated way. Anna never smiled too much. She never frowned too much. She was careful with her words, choosing each one with precision, like someone who understood that even a single sentence could change everything. But beneath all that still, Anna was soft in places she never allowed anyone to see. Her strength was a shield, one she had been forced to build too early. When Anna was still young, her world cracked open. Her parents' marriage, 20 years of partnership, love, sweat, and shared dreams collapsed overnight. The divorce did not just break the relationship, it broke everyone connected to it. Lady Lovett, her mother, fell hardest. The woman who was once lively, gentle, and warm became a shadow of herself. She stayed locked in her room for days, barely eating, barely speaking. The heartbreak consumed her. She had loved her husband, Alfred, with a devotion that bordered on worship. Together, they had built the company from scratch, though she owned the larger share. But one morning, Alfred simply walked away. He claimed he had found love elsewhere. He claimed that rather than play games of the heart, it was better to live with dignity. So he left, and as a divorce gift, he handed the company to her. It sounded noble. It sounded selfless. But it was all a trick. Because when Alfred walked out, he left behind more than a broken family, he left behind a sinking ship. Lady Lovett would soon discover that he had already embezzled massive funds from the company. Trusted staff had helped him. He had been planning his escape long before announcing it. The betrayal shattered her. She had to hold the company together, manage the lies, face the shame, and rebuild her life, all while nursing a heart split into pieces. And watching all this was Anna. Anna stopped being a child the moment her father left. With no one else to anchor her mother, she stepped into adulthood far earlier than most. She learned not to ask childish questions. She learned how to sit quietly beside her mother, providing presence when words failed. After school each day, Anna started going to the company. At first, she only waited in the lobby, watching staff rush around. Later, she wandered into offices, listened to meetings, studied files. The company gradually became her home, her comfort zone, her safe space, the one place that made sense when nothing else did. As Lady Lovett slowly healed, she returned to running the company with more caution, more discipline, and more humility. And she listened to her daughter, because Anna, strategic, diplomatic, and brilliant, saw things differently. Where her mother led with heart, Anna led with mind. Together, they became unstoppable. But every night, when the office lights went off and silence filled her penthouse, Lady Lovett would whisper a quiet prayer that her daughter, who had sacrificed so much and carried wounds too heavy for a young heart, would one day find genuine love, the kind that healed, not hurt. Because she knew Anna deserved a love very different from the one she watched destroy her childhood. For years, Anna had gone on countless dates. But every man she met already knew her name. They knew her power, her influence, her family, her worth. Their smiles were polite. Their compliments were strategic. Their intentions were business, not love. So Anna stayed confused, torn between marrying for stability or taking a risk on love, a love that had betrayed her as a child. Still, she refused to let her parents' failure define her fate. One sunny afternoon, after lunch, Anna was driving back to the office. She was running late and driving slightly above normal speed. When she brushed the side of a car while overtaking, she hit the brakes immediately. Her heart raced. She stepped out, apologizing sincerely. The young man whose car she brushed calm, gentle-eyed, simply asked, "Please, can I have your number? My insurance might reach out." She gave it to him. Then she rushed back to the office to handle an emergency meeting. He didn't call. Days passed. Weeks passed. Anna forgot about it. One evening, her phone rang. An unfamiliar number. "Hello, Anna. It's Bernard, the guy from the accident." Her heart skipped, expecting a bill, a complaint, a threat. Instead, he asked, "Just checking up on you. I hope you're fine." No request for money. No drama. Just genuine concern. From that day, Bernard called often. Short conversations, gentle check-ins, simple laughs. He asked nothing from her. They became friends, real friends. They hung out occasionally, shared stories, talked about work, and supported each other. For the first time, Anna had someone outside her mother she could be soft with. Someone who didn't want anything from her. One day, Anna visited her favorite restaurant. It was crowded, and the waiter asked her to share a table with a stranger. A tall, striking man sat there, confident, charming, with a quiet intensity. "Hi, I'm Leo," he said. She nodded politely, trying to keep things neutral. But Leo did not allow silence to win. He asked questions about her job, her favorite meals, her hobbies. She answered some, dodged others. Yet, by the end of the meal, they were laughing like old friends. Leo slipped into her life with the ease of flowing water. He was available. He was present. He was intentional. Soon, they were in a serious relationship. Anna still told Bernard everything, her joys, her fears, her confusion. Bernard celebrated her, always wishing her happiness. When Anna introduced Leo to her mother, Lady Lovett adored him almost instantly. He was a tech guy, ambitious, well-spoken, and seemingly stable. Within months, wedding plans began. Their wedding was beautiful, elegant, heartfelt, blessed. For the first time in her adult life, Anna smiled freely. She glowed. She blossomed. She ran home with excitement every evening. Leo cherished her, or so it seemed. Eventually, they settled into married life. Leo did not want a child yet. Anna didn't argue. She loved him and was willing to follow his lead. Home was peaceful. She still checked on Bernard occasionally, harmless conversations, supportive friendship. One day, Anna felt unusually weak. She went to the hospital. The doctor smiled warmly. "Congratulations, you're pregnant." Tears filled her eyes. She was happy, scared, but happy. But when she told Leo, he froze. Instead of joy, anger clouded his face. "We're not ready. You need to get rid of it." The words pierced her chest. Anna didn't argue. She quietly turned to prayer. Every night she knelt, praying for strength, praying for clarity, praying for God to touch Leo's heart. One night, Leo stood at the doorway, watching her pray. Something softened in him. "Okay," he said quietly. "We'll keep the baby." Anna cried with relief. Pregnancy made her even more beautiful. She glowed effortlessly. She gave birth to a healthy baby, and her happiness felt complete. Until things changed. Leo started coming home late. He always had a reason. Traffic, work, clients, meetings. Anna believed him. She trusted him. She loved him deeply. But then, one afternoon, while reviewing documents for landed property they bought together, she noticed something odd. Leo had put only his name, not Mr. and Mrs., not joint ownership. Just him. Her hands trembled. Her heart dragged heavily in her chest. That was the moment doubt entered her home. And once doubt enters, it doesn't leave quietly. Anna began to investigate. Quietly, carefully, patiently. And what she found next would change everything. Motherhood softened Anna, but it sharpened her senses too. And as she nursed her baby boy, little signs began to appear like cracks in glass. Whispers, late-night messages, sudden showers that took too long, the scent of strange perfume on Leo's shirts. Then finally evidence. Leo was having an affair, and not just with anyone, but with his high school love. A woman named Lily, someone he knew long before Anna ever walked into his life. Anna smiled to herself when she discovered the truth. Not in joy, not in pain, but in understanding. She had been chosen for business, not love. So she decided to play the game better than the man who thought he was the master. Quietly, gracefully, without raising suspicion, Anna began to move like the queen on a chessboard. With the help of her most trusted PA, she switched every single landed document. Originals replaced with fakes, deeds transferred, signatures rerouted, ownership shifted smoothly, legally, permanently. Leo's assets, Leo's lands, Leo's investments. One by one, they became hers, and Leo never noticed. He was too busy preparing for his escape, believing Anna was an emotional fool, believing she would cry, beg, collapse, and break. But she smiled. She cooked. She kissed him. She played along perfectly. 2 days before his secret wedding to Lily, Leo lied that he was going on a business trip. He had already packed everything in his heart ready to disappear. Anna held their son, tears in her eyes, and said, "We'll miss you. Come back safe." Leo smiled, thinking victory was near. Then he left. Anna watched him go without blinking. She knew where he was heading. She knew what he was planning. She knew everything. On the wedding day, the church glowed with white flowers and gold ribbons. Lily stood stunning in her gown. Leo was grinning, believing life had handed him a second chance. The priest lifted his hand. "Shall we proceed to the vows?" The doors of the church swung open. Everyone turned. Gasps filled the air. Anna stepped in wearing a stunning black wedding gown, black veil, black gloves, black rose in her hand. She walked with the calmness of a queen and the confidence of a storm. Leo's face drained of color. Anna? She smiled beautifully, looked directly at him, and said, "Happy married life to you, because to me, you're dead." Then she turned, her veil trailing behind her, and walked out of the church like a legend. The wedding continued, but the blessing was already ruined. The air had shifted. Destiny had changed. After the wedding, Leo and Lily moved into the house they purchased, or so they thought. Everything was perfect for 2 weeks. Then the cracks began. First, Leo was escorted out of his office. Fired. No explanation. He was stunned. Next, he tried to sell one of his 3 lands, only to nearly get arrested for theft. "What do you mean this land doesn't belong to me?" he shouted at the officers. The documents he held were worthless. Everything had Anna's name. His world collapsed like sand in a storm. That was when he realized he had never played Anna. Anna had played him. He thought he understood the game. He thought he was smart. But Anna was smarter. From the very first day he saw her at the restaurant, he believed he had struck gold. He only married her for gain. He never wanted a child with her because children complicated his plans. But he underestimated her. And now he had nothing. His job gone. His lands gone. His properties gone. His reputation ruined. Anna had taken back everything he tried to steal, and more. It took time for Anna to heal. The betrayal cut deep, the humiliation echoing louder in the quiet nights. But through it all, Bernard never left her side. He was there during her tears, there during her doubts, there for her son little Kobe, whom he loved like his own. Bernard had lost his wife to cancer a year before meeting Anna. Back then, he wasn't ready to love anyone, but now he was ready. He saw Anna's scars. He loved her strength. He loved her heart. He cherished her humility. Bernard was a wealthy engineer, but unlike Leo, he led with service. He cooked. He helped choose furniture. He fixed things. He took her out on dinner dates. He created peace where Leo created storms. And slowly, gently, softly, Anna fell in love again. But this time, it was real. A love that healed. A love that honored. A love that stayed. With Bernard, Anna finally lived the life she dreamed of. One filled with happiness, peace, and a love that asked for nothing but her heart. And she gave it joyfully. Because after everything, Anna finally found her forever. One fateful day, while Anna sat in her office working on some files, her secretary walked in and announced that her husband was there to see her. Anna smiled calmly. "Let him in." Leo stepped inside, wearing that confident look he always used when he wanted something. He sat down and cleared his throat. "You have no right to those documents," he began sharply. "We both contributed to that property." Anna leaned back in her chair, still smiling. "Yes, Leo, we did. I brought 90%. You brought 10. Don't worry, I will pay you your 10%. Before he could respond, she pulled out her checkbook, wrote out a figure, and slid it across the table. When Leo's eyes fell on the amount, he swallowed. It was huge, far more than he expected. But greed is never satisfied. "This is small," he muttered. "The price of land will increase someday." Anna burst into laughter. "And what has that got to do with you? Take your money and leave before I call security." Embarrassed and defeated, Leo stood up and walked out. But the battle was not over. When he got home, he met an angry Lily waiting for him, arms folded, eyes burning. "I hope you brought something meaningful from her," she barked. You claim to be smart, yet she outsmarted you. Again, Leo quietly handed her the check. Lily hissed, "This peanut? What will this do for us?" He tried to calm her, but nothing worked. In the following weeks, Leo used the money to open a provision shop for Lily and rented a small shop for himself. He tried to start afresh, but life humbled him. Every day, Lily complained about money, about stress, about everything. At first, Leo blamed it on pregnancy hormones, but even after childbirth, nothing changed. Her nagging, her entitlement, her lack of appreciation gradually wore him down. Deep inside, Leo began to wish he had never let go of Anna. Lily had become a burden, a baggage he dragged through life. Meanwhile, Anna and Bernard quietly married legally. No noise, no crowd, just peace. Anna embraced her role as a wife with joy. Her home became everything she once prayed for. Her mother often visited, relaxing and enjoying the sweetness of her daughter's new life. 6 months after the wedding, Anna conceived and later gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. She was celebrated and surrounded with love. One sunny Sunday afternoon, Anna sat in her living room watching her baby sleep. A soft breeze blew through the curtains as she reflected on her journey. From heartbreak to betrayal, from tears to triumph, from Leo to Bernard. All she could whisper was, "Thank you, Lord." With her mother by her side, her business thriving, and Bernard constantly present for his wife and children, Anna finally lived the life she deserved. A life of peace, a life of love, a life of restoration. Moral lessons from Anna's story. 1. Never despise a loyal heart. And the person you take for granted today may be the blessing you search for tomorrow. Leo realized too late that Anna was the pillar he lost. 2. Be careful who you build with. The right partner multiplies your progress. The wrong one drains it. Thanks a lot, family, for watching and listening to these beautiful African folktales. Don't forget, we still remain your one and only Zika. Please, don't forget to like, comment, share, and turn on the notification bell. Let's say a short prayer before I leave you for today. Father, I pray for everyone listening today. May every painful chapter in their lives turn into a testimony of your goodness. Remove every voice of manipulation, every source of delay, and every person who does not mean them well. Open doors of peace, prosperity, and divine connections. Just as you turned Anna's tears into joy, turn their struggles into victory. Surround them with loyal hearts, bless the work of their hands, and make their homes a place of love and rest. In Jesus' name, Amen.